All right, welcome back, everybody. We had a story out of my neck of the woods that happened on Thursday, January 11th, 2024. We had a woman who was allegedly arrested for fatally poisoning her boyfriend's baby. This they're using the term alleged again, right? Kind of reminds you of Hockey Canada. But this supposedly happened on June 25th, 2023, and the girlfriend supposedly was arrested on January 11th, exactly 201 days later. And so this girl, Aleisia Owens, arrested 201 days after the suspected homicide of Rita Alfera. This happened in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, which is right across the state line from Youngstown, Ohio. It's about 40 minutes. It's exactly 40 minutes west, a 40-minute drive west from where I am right now. And this story here, this is from the New York Post. It says a Pennsylvania woman is accused of fatally poisoning her boyfriend's 18-month-old daughter by feeding her batteries, screws, nail polish remover, and she researched the harmful effects and the items could have on a child before the killing. It says Aleisia Owens, 20, remember in the language of gematria, the word death is 20, it says was arrested Thursday. Thursday is January 11th. For the suspected homicide of Rita Alfera. After an autopsy determined the child died due to fatal levels of acetone in her blood, Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry announced. It says Owens had been living with Iris's father, Bailey Jacob, when he left the house to go to a store on June 25th, 2023. It says Jacoby, it says, who had visitation rights with Iris, then received a call from Owens that something was wrong with his daughter. He rushed to the Newcastle home to find his baby girl unresponsive and quickly called 911, according to the criminal complaint obtained by WPXI. WPXI is the local news station in Pittsburgh. And from June 25th, 2023 to the date of the arrest for the suspected homicide was January 11th, 2024, exactly 201 days later, total span of 201 days. And it's so interesting because, again, in the language of gematria, the ancient practice of coding letters and numbers, again, I mean, the Holy Bible sums to 201, the Jesuit order sums to 201, Jewish mysticism is 201. Again, the Jesuits who operate by this language, they're a Catholic Jewish alliance. An Order of Illuminati's 201. Again, the founder of the Jesuits, Ignatius of Loyola's 201. The first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, his birth name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio's 201. He lives in Suite 201 at the Vatican, known as the Domus Sancta Marte, which is 201. And this is supposedly the 20-year-old girl who poisoned the daughter, right? And what's interesting about her is her name, Aleisia Owens, sums the 51, just like conspiracy, just like tinfoil hat. And it really makes me wonder if perhaps somebody other than this girl might be responsible for the death of this infant toddler, because got a feeling, anytime you hear the word alleged, more than likely there's some foul play done by the you-know-whos. And the people like this, again, could this be a real person? It might be. I mean, this kind of story coming out of Newcastle, I mean, this isn't going to surprise anybody. Newcastle's a shithole. But are they making these people scapegoats? I mean, it really makes you wonder. And it's funny, too, when I read through this story, because, again, this is apparently the girl, right? I mean, obviously, if this is true, I mean, obviously it's a beautiful little girl that was killed. And again, I mean, that just shows you how sick these people are that conduct these rituals. I mean, it ain't no accident this happened this arrest happened supposedly 201 days after the killing. But this part right here, this is the part that really gets me. It says Iris was rushed to UPMC Jameson Hospital in Newcastle. I've literally drove right past that place. It says for treatment, but she was later airlifted roughly at 1 hour away to UPMC Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. I don't know how it is in your guys' neck of the woods, but where I am, it doesn't matter where you are around here. If you're at like Butler, where I am, or Newcastle, or Johnstown, or Erie, or Clarion, or any of these places, You just, every time something semi-serious happens at one of these hospitals, you always, always, always get airlifted to Pittsburgh every single time. And I go to these anytime you ever go into these hospitals, I rarely ever go to the hospital. Literally, the last time I was there was when I had friggin' vertigo back in when was that, May or whatever. But you're in there and there's like 10,000 employees. There's like 10,000 employees. They're all sitting around the receptionist desk. You see all these doctors and nurses just kind of laughing and talking and having a good time. And they're just like, oh, nobody's doing anything. And yet people are standing there 3 hours past their appointment time waiting because you don't have time. You're too busy. Or they just outright airlift you to Pittsburgh. It's like, what exactly do these people do? Like, what exactly do you do? You know, these people that work in hospitals, right? They get paid like 80 to 100 grand a year. It's like, you can't, I don't know, man. I feel some type of way about these hospitals, let me tell you. But yeah, it says the toddler supposedly died 4 days later. I don't know. I don't think this woman's to blame. I think we know who's to blame. But yeah, anyway. In case you guys missed this story, William Nylander of the Toronto Maple Leafs, got to keep an eye on our Leafs this year, right? He signs a new $92 million extension. He has the same birthday as a Bavarian Illuminati, and he did this 114 days before his upcoming birthday. And he signed the contract on January 8th. And notice Toronto Maple Leafs Hockey Club sums to 114. How many of you, I bet a lot of you didn't know that the Toronto Maple Leafs, their actual name is Toronto Maple Leafs Hockey Club, not Toronto Maple Leafs. But yeah, we will leave it there, guys. I will talk to you soon. Till next time.